Do you ever wake up in the morning with existential dread, wishing you were back to being a child, but without all of the constraints of the adults that ruined your life? Hey, wait a minute, how are you in my head? Get out of here, what the fuck? Excuse me. So do you ever go back to what's supposed to be a nostalgic show, but because you actually weren't old enough to be watching this show, it's actually not, but everybody thinks that it is? And then you think, man, I remember whenever I wanted to be a mermaid. Well, that's what made me create this video. And also the fact that I got over 100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Woo! And so I began my journey on trying to find the best way to become a mermaid because I'm sick of taxes and the current state of the world. I want to be in the ocean. I contemplated the empty fish tank that still stays in my living room, pondering if I would ever be willing to live in such a small enclosed area. Meanwhile, I cannot walk to my nearest CVS. But who needs to walk to their local CVS when if you're in the ocean, you probably won't need those antidepressants anyways? And besides, when is somebody from my generation even going to be able to afford more than a one-bedroom apartment? But that empty and dirty water gave me no answers, only more questions. And so I went to the only place I knew that would have accurate depictions of mermaids, the Ren Fair. As I walked around in blatant humidity, sweating my ass off and eating very stale food, I discovered the Monster Museum. Here I focused my sights on all of the mermaids and sirens and other sea creatures that they had put on display. And I came to realize something while walking through this area. Goo. Ghost goo. Hello.
That's a ghost.
What? And also, I am apparently much larger than the average mermaid was, and also this guy freaks me out. To escape the potential reality of becoming the museum's next exhibit, I set off back home. I also went back to the same H2O show to truly understand how these girls became a mermaid, only to then discover that for some reason my TV literally crashed and almost turned itself off. And I just consider that to be the sea gods believing that this is forbidden knowledge, and I decided to not poke that bear. And so what did I do? Go to the place that I now have over 100 subscribers and has all of the knowledge in the world, YouTube, once again. And I looked up how to become a mermaid. Next I set my sights on a hypnosis video, trying to convince my brain to give myself a tail. Alas, it still did not work. And the rest of this video is my ongoing crisis as I try 12 to 15-year-old mermaid spells, all while almost becoming 20 years old because I hit a subscriber goal and I didn't have anything else planned on my days off from my adult job. Let us dive in. Hello to everybody stuck in their childhood and welcome to this video. So, as you saw from that insane intro monologue, whatever that thing was, we're trying to be a mermaid this time. And yes, I know this is not my usual video essay informative format, but I hit 100 subscribers. Crazy. I know in the grand scheme of things it's not a lot, but I am still very proud, very happy. So I'm doing something that I think is silly, dumb, weird, but it's like part of my childhood and something that I would love to share. So I've got 3 different spells we're gonna try. The earliest one is 12 years ago. So these are the ones that I could remember even watching growing up. Well, one of them isn't, but whenever I was going through all of these videos, I could find it was so funny and you'll realize why. But let's just go ahead and get into the first one. I've got all of the possible things that I will need for this. And then if I have to, I'll set up a thing in the shower and I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna wear a bathing suit on camera because that's weird, so I'm just gonna do H2O rules where, touching water, if I don't turn, then it doesn't work. So the first one that we're gonna be watching is the one that I thought was freaking hilarious. So let's just get into that one.
Hey, I'm Ashlyn, and we're going to talk about our mermaid spell. Now, you may have heard it from the internet, or from Aaron Carroll, or any other source like a book or something, but you need to make up your own spell. So that's cool.
So So, Marilyn Carroll, that's actually a video that we're going to watch later, so stay tuned for that.
God to the ocean, bless me. Give me the power of the sea. With the symbol, grow me a tail. Without a symbol, grow me feet. Make me more than human being. Make me a goddess of the sea. When I touch water, make me a mermaid, somewhere to be. Side effects is when you're after the spell, shortly after, you'll be really thirsty, you'll be dizzy, but this isn't shortly after. You'll feel more connected to the water. Headaches, most of the time. I got headaches, my friend did too. Yeah. So I mean, and then...
This just sounds like the side effects for one of those medication commercials for heart disease. Like, I got headaches and dizziness all the time. I have POTS, so none of this is new to me.
I don't know if you noticed this, but I noticed this. When I went in the water, I would get the red bumps, but then when I get completely dried off, I wouldn't have them. It's weird. Yeah, so that's just some of the side effects. There's more. It's really different for every person.
Girl, you're having an allergic reaction. Oh my god, like, guys, I think I'm turning into a mermaid. Like, I get these little red bumps, and, like, I feel like my tail's growing in. Oh my god, you're breaking out in hives. You're going into anaphylactic shock. We need to get you to a hospital.
Then repeat that 10 times. You can do it less, but...
Repeat that 10 times.
The illusions, and that's Kira's thing. Kira's thing. But her birthday...
What's... She sees illusions in here. Oh my god. I feel like everything, all of the side effects that are happening sound like these girls just need to go to a doctor. Like, I know this was 12 years ago, but, I mean, part of me just wants to, like, see these people in real life and be like, hey, so, was that a medical issue that you were bringing up that you just didn't know about? Every girl growing up finds out she has something actually seriously wrong with her health-wise, but thinks it's just because she's the chosen one. So, again, H2O rules. I'm just gonna put my finger in here. Yes, this is an apple juice container. This is the closest thing I could find in my house that looked like a potion. Alright, so I said it 10 times. Nothing happened. On to the next video. Now, for context, this next video is the one that I actually used growing up. And so is the next one, but, like, this is the one that I remember the most, and that's actually why I even have this necklace in the first place, because I begged my family member to take me to Walmart to get myself a pendant, and this is what I came up with. And this is also the reason why I've got all these things here. The perfume. Give me a second. Alright, we're ready to go.
What you do is take the cup and mix everything in together. Get the cup of water and pour a little bit, like a little bit in there. Put that other one away. And get the salt and sprinkle some salt in there, a little bit. And after you do that, you spray 3 sprays of your favorite.
Give me a second, lady. Salt. Ugh. Maybe I should have had a spoon. Please don't spill. Now what?
This is my favorite.
Okay, so 3 sprays of this. We're in.
And after you do that, you add your paint. The paint is going to have to be the color that you want.
So, to explain why I have all this extra stuff over here, I'm taking this so seriously. I want it to be the exact color that I want. So we're going to make a little bit. Well, it's supposed to be potion in the first place. We're going to do this. So right now, for some reason, I'm really into like this teal peacock blue kind of color. So that's what we're going to attempt to make. Get in here. It's okay, all of this paint was super cheap anyways, so I'm not exactly beaten up by doing this. This is good. I'm gonna end up putting it in the background, so you're gonna see this a whole lot more often. Like, you can see the little guy from my last video. Just wanted to have something that I could, like, have callbacks to, and I feel like that shelf is a really good option. I'm trying to be a rainbow fish. I just realized I'm almost 20 years old and I'm making mermaid spells, but it's fine. The world's about to end anyways. I can do whatever I want. Yippee! And also, this is some like holographic sticker stuff. Can you see? Can you even see that? Yeah, pretty. So I'm just gonna like cut this up so whenever it like gets shaken around, it's got like the rainbow sparkles. Because this is the only thing that I have that could possibly do that at the moment. But I thought it would look cool for visuals. That's also what I have the scissors for, so. If this doesn't look cool, I'm going to cry. While I'm doing this, just to give you guys a little bit of context about my love for mermaids, I am actually a Cancer. That's my zodiac sign. And like my entire life, whenever I was thinking about zodiac signs, it was like, oh, Cancer's like really accustomed to water, the moon, the tides, all that. And even though I'm not like a huge believer of zodiacs being like in charge of everything, I do just find it really interesting. And I also do really like the aesthetics of the moon and the ocean. And whenever I was little, I actually didn't really watch much stuff with mermaids, like H2O and all that. I just like, I don't know, I just really like felt drawn towards them. And honestly, even now, like, I love swimming. My favorite video game is Nautica at the moment. I've always loved like just those aesthetics. Been a huge fan of like sea creatures, especially deep sea creatures, and like octopus and blobfish and anglerfish. Like, I don't know, I just think all of it's really neat. I've just been a huge fan of everything like that. I don't know what exactly, maybe SpongeBob. I was like so obsessed with SpongeBob on a carnal level. Maybe it was just like my brain just wanting to be part of SpongeBob, because that was like my safe place, was when it was just me watching SpongeBob in my room. Maybe that. But hey, now I'm still in my room, but instead of watching SpongeBob, I'm making videos for you guys, and a whole over 100 of you now. That's insane. If a room of 100 people were looking at me, I think I would cry. I'm grateful for everything, and the whole art process thing I want to do more of, and I like communicating with people online, sharing our niche interests, and I don't know, just connecting people to the weird side of being a person and just being you, especially because right now times are scary and we all just need something relaxing, and the way that I'm doing that is just revisiting stuff I loved in my childhood and, you know, just having fun. Because what else am I gonna do? I don't go outside, I don't party, I'm just a little guy. Oh yeah, and also, like in my last video, I'm adding some glow-in-the-dark stuff. I don't even know if this is gonna work necessarily for this one. I just think it would look cool if it did. So in the hopes that it works, I'm gonna add some. Is that really all I can get? Give me more. Give me more. There we go. Yeah. Breathe, darn you. Sure. I mean, it still has the glitter, but it didn't really work. No, it looks boring. Damn it. Alright, feel like this is the closest we're gonna get.
Sit with the spoon.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, one more thing. You need a symbol. You use
Okay.
your symbol and put it. Well, not put your symbol in there. Take the spoon out of the green cup.
It's not gonna fit.
Pour the potion into your container.
I have a lid.
And then I'm just gonna do this, but you guys can take it off and just put it in here.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
And put it in there for like at least 30 seconds. Well, 10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, after you put it in there.
Shoddy, that was not 10 seconds.
That's the color of his water upon my legs will be my tail. With one power I choose is heating. Please grant my wish, goddess of the blue. If you do this, I'll be good. Now, you can pick any power.
If you do this, I'll be a good boy, please. She didn't. See, What did this 11-year-old think? What was she even think? Maybe not even 11. Like, I need this written down. I don't know how to read. Wait a minute. Come on. I need this written out. I don't want to have to listen and then write it down myself. What the? Alright, so now that we got the potion ready, and none of the other spells seem to work, now we're gonna see Carol and Meryl, the main, like, channel that everybody was watching growing up for these spells. So, finally, the finale.
Hi, my name is Meryl, and my name is Carol, and we wanted to become mermaids. And right now we're in human form, and what you have to do is, what you have to do to become a mermaid is you have to say this spell 10 times,
Fuck.
and you have the glass of the sea shine upon me. Eye of the ocean, grant me with fins. Make me a mermaid. Human no more, away from the shore. Now I'm finally free to escape humanity. That's the spell. That's the spell. We said it 10 times, and we had our symbols. We both had seashell bracelets on. We don't have it now because obviously we'd be a mermaid. Exactly. So just nausea and headache and vomiting. So
Ugh.
do that.
Yeah, don't wear this necklace. You will projectile vomit in your 3rd grade classroom. I feel like I actually need to write this down because I'm going to try to go to my bathroom and do this one for real, just for fun. This is the first thing I could find. Hold on. Alright, so before we go to the bathroom and try this out, I'm actually going to go here, and apparently they actually had a follow-up video to this, so we're going to watch that first just to make sure I haven't missed anything. Sins.
The first thing that we've recently been getting a lot of comments about is whether or not to do a spell is a sin, and we just wanted to clarify that it's not a sin. You're not going to go to hell. It's not bad. You can say spells all you want, and you're fine.
That's sad. Like, there were genuinely, like, 8 to 11-year-olds that were like, oh god, I'm going to go to hell for wanting to swim with dolphins. Fuck. Alright, so side
A lot
effects.
of people have been saying about medical issues, and we did mention there will be some light nausea, but people have been telling us that they've been getting extremely sick, and that's not good. There was light nausea in the side effects for when you get your tail, but if there's anything more than an upset stomach, then you probably seek assistance. So, and if you're getting stretch marks, a couple people told us, then that's not a side effect at all. So, I've never heard people asking that. Okay, well, a couple people, maybe one, right?
I can't believe 15 years ago there were girls that were just straight up going through puberty and getting PMS and stretch marks, and were like, oh god, I'm turning but wrong. Proof. Yeah, this is what I want to see.
Alright, and last but not least, everyone has been asking us to show our tails in a video. And the thing is, we can't do that. In case you guys haven't noticed, our subscription, we have like a little icon next to our YouTube username. Thank you. And it's one of our friends who did the spell as well in the early stages when we first found out about it. And she got a tail, and she didn't care about it as much as us, so she let us take videos and she let us take a picture first as like a test. And when we took the picture, her powers were gone. She didn't get the tail anymore. We tried to redo it on her, and it didn't work. And we don't want like you guys to get your tails and then take pictures of it. We want to warn you because your powers will disappear and you won't be able to do the spell again. So we would like to keep our powers, so we're not gonna. But
So that username photo no longer exists. But man, I remember seeing that specific part growing up and being like, man, that's so true. I'm not going to be able to show anybody, or else the Mermaid Council's going to steal my powers. But I've got nothing left to lose. So we're going to go into the bathroom. I've got this shittily written down, and we're going to do this, and I'm going to end this video and then go cry about paying taxes. I don't know. I'm almost 20. God. Alright, we in here. I got the charged necklace. I got this, which I have horrible handwriting, by the way. You would never be able to read the shit I say. Straight up, I'm speaking in moon runes. Question my life choices. So, since I do not want to get my entire outfit and whole bathroom wet, I'm just gonna turn on the bath faucet. It's loud as heck. you're gonna hear it. Let's just do this. Well, that was no, I'm just kidding. But anyway, with that stupid shit out of the way, I just wanted to say thank you. 100 subscribers. Not a lot, but it's very cool to me. First milestone. Super happy. Thank you to everybody. I know this was a dumb and probably short video, just where I'm like kind of messing around and being stupid, but you know, once again, I'm so very grateful. I'm so very happy. This is just a very long-winded and mermaid-themed thank you. So who knows? Maybe next time for 200, 500, 1,000. What's the next goal? I don't know, but help me figure it out because this is my first time having to do this, and I want to give you guys something that you actually want to see. So comment down below, let me know, and also, subscribe so I can hit the next goal and, try to give you guys more things that you want. But stay tuned for all the next videos, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!